Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. So, I'm here with a new recipe, which is coconut bread with blueberries. So, let's get started. So, these are things you'll be needing for making the coconut bread. As we proceed with the video, I'll let you know the quantity. Okay, so first of all, we need a huge bowl in which we'll be mixing all the ingredients. So here I'm using 3 large eggs. I'm going to be separating the egg whites and the egg yolks. So first of all, we'll just be using the egg whites. So you want to separate them. You can either do it with your hands, or there's so many tools out there to separate egg yolk from egg whites. So you can even try using those if this doesn't work for you. But this method works for me, so that's why I'm using it. Okay, so I've got them separated. And now we'll be beating the egg whites until they're really fluffy. Okay, so why is this step necessary? Because the bread will be very soft if you beat the egg whites very well. So you want to beat them until they're fluffy and they form peaks, very soft peaks. So it takes like about 5-10 minutes if you're beating them on high speed. Okay, we're almost there, maybe 2-3 minutes more, and I'll show you how the peaks form. Okay, so the recipe I'm using here, all the ingredients, they make 2 loaves of bread. So if you guys want 1 loaf of bread, you can use half the ingredients. So here I'm using 2 cups of coconut flour, into which we'll be adding 40 tablespoons of psyllium husk and half a teaspoon of salt, along with 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and then we'll be mixing all the dry ingredients properly first before adding the wet ingredients. And here you can see the mixture is mixed up well. So we'll be adding the 3 egg yolks that we just separated, and then we'll be beating it up a little just to make sure that everything incorporates up well. And we've taken 1 cup of melted butter, and if you guys don't want to use butter, you can use oil instead. And then we have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and 1 cup of milk initially. But in total, we'll be using 3 cups of milk. And you don't want to add all the milk at once. So we'll be adding the milk gradually just to see how much we need. But for 2 cups of coconut flour, I ended up using 3 cups of milk. So at the end, I'll show you how the consistency should be. So now we'll be adding half the mixture of the egg whites and then beating up properly just to mix it up well. Now the taste with the blueberries turns out to be really good, but if you guys want to try some more fruits like raspberry, you can do so. Whichever fruit you like, you can add it in. Okay, so here I'm adding more milk to this. So after adding around 3 cups of milk, it should look something like this. And then we'll be adding the remainder of the egg whites. And then mixing up the mixture. You can even do it with a hand beater, but I prefer doing it with the spatula. Just give it a nice mix because everything that we added earlier is already mixed up well. And it turns out to be a very smooth mixture. And now we'll be adding 1 cup of blueberries. These are fresh blueberries, and I would prefer you guys adding fresh ones, not the frozen ones, because they wouldn't turn out the way the fresh ones would. Okay, here I have a baking tray. These are the ones that we use to bake bread because they're a little deeper. And I've placed so first of all, I've greased the pan, and then I've placed a parchment paper into it, and then I've greased it again. This way the parchment paper will stick to the pan, and then you can easily put your mixture into it. And the parchment paper is oiled so that the bread doesn't stick to it. And then you just want to flatten up the top. So we don't want the top to be risen too much. You can use any spatula you'd like to flatten up the surface, just to make it a little smoother. So I'm using this spatula. You can use whichever you guys have, whichever is easier. And then we're going to be sprinkling some sesame seeds. These are white. You can even use the other sesame seeds, the black ones. They would look really good if you use them. Or if you want, you can even use chia seeds. They would also taste really good when they get toasted. And then you want to bake it for about 40 minutes at 420 Fahrenheit. And here you can see the bread is ready, and I'm going to be cutting it into slices. So the mixture I made gave me 2 loaves of bread. So here's the first one, and you can see the color of the blueberries looks amazing in this bread, and it gives a really good taste. So if you guys are on a keto diet, this one is the best. It's gluten free, and it's very tasty. I've made a saltier version of this, but if you guys want, you can even make it sweet. I hope you guys liked this recipe. If you did, please subscribe my channel, click the like button, and please do leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching. Till the next video, take care of yourself. Goodbye.